Yo, what's up, everybody? How you doing? I hope you're having a good weekend. I wanted to just kind of update you guys on what's going on. I saw this and I'm like, oh, we gotta jump on, man. The Tate brothers arrested. And Andrew and Tristan Tate arrested Saturday in Miami by US Marshals. Holy moly, what's happening? And apparently, they were outside of the James L. Knight Center. They were supposed to be, I think, hosting like a fight tonight or something. Um, the arrest happened just before Andrew was set to co-host IBA Bare Knuckle 6. What is that? A bare knuckle boxing event at downtown Miami venue. The event features fighters like Velasquez Boshev versus Elvin Brito and others. Okay. They haven't mentioned yet. I'm gonna check again because this is literally just like breaking now. There is some video. I'll show you the video from TMZ. There's some pictures. So far, I'm not seeing any details of the actual specific charges. Obviously, controversial guys known in the manosphere, supposedly for promoting masculinity, wealth, anti-feminist views, huge online followings, but face a lot of legal issues across multiple countries. And if you guys don't know, Romania. Somebody said they don't know who that. You never heard of them? What? They have a case of Romania dating back from like 2022 where they were charged with human trafficking, forming an organized crime group to sexually exploit women, coercion, relationships, blah, 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 all this stuff. Allegations involve dozens of women. Some new charges in 2026 involve a minor and a teen victim, and millions allegedly made. They were arrested in 2022, put under house arrest for a long time. But travel restrictions were lifted in 2025. They have stuff in the UK as well. 21 charges in the UK, supposedly. That's a lot. Damn, look at the thumbnail they use. The thumbnail that TMZ used. They have supposedly too in the UK 21 charges, including actual bodily harm, human trafficking, authorized 2025, extradition pending after Romania. Damn. And then in Florida, this should have never came to Florida because I don't know if you guys remember, anybody that's followed these guys or the story, Ron DeSantis had like made a threat to him at some point. We'll get into that. So Florida, there's an active criminal investigation since 2025. Their 2025 arrival in Fort Lauderdale. Florida AG James opened a probe citing public admissions and allegations of preying on women/girls, possible federal involvement, DHS, anti-trafficking, civil suits, defamation, all this stuff going on. Ron DeSantis publicly said that they're not welcome in Florida. Well, today they were here in Miami. They still are. So I wonder if those arrests are tied to whatever investigation was going on with Florida. Should be kind of interesting to see. Let's go here. Check out the TMZ article. Damn. I think they have like a video here. Oh no. 1 second. I ain't got time for that. Oop. Let's see right here. Let's try this again. Here it is. The video. Oh. So here's video of the arrest, apparently. Let me put the sound on. Hold on 1 second.
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
Hey, Tate.
Ooh. Damn, look at Tate rocking, okay, Suave. Got the shoes. Damn, my boy's strutting like I can't do it, I guess. Like, damn, bro, like, okay. Real tight, strutting, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we got the nice tight pants. I'm not sure what kind of shoes those are. They say he had a lot of money. The shirt is tight on fleek. This shit is like hugging his thing. Okay. Stunting diva. Okay.
Oh shit, no. Come over here by me. Let's go.
What the hell is this guy doing over here? Getting his chains and stuff?
Back up. Back up.
Damn, not the brothers, the Tate brothers, man. Tate. Oh.
Yes, back up.
Peak masculinity. Damn. Somebody said heels? No, man, no.
You know this course? Yes. Are you able to pull it up some sort of way? You gotta get this. Okay.
Wow. The feds, man. I guess DeSantis made good on his word.
Tristan, anything to say?
Damn, bro. Okay, so a lot of people are asking, what are the charges? What are the charges? This is what I'm hearing so far. I'll get back to the video too, but everybody wants to know, like, what are they charged with? What's going on here? According to Scope Report on X, it says arrested in Miami at the UK's request. Oh, as 38 new charges bring a total against the brothers to 59 in sexual offenses investigations. Oh, shoot. We're going to have to look into that. We need to look into that. Wow. So the UK made moves and the US, I guess, complied. Wow.
Back up. Back up. Back up.
So I'm reading the UK extradition request is not confirmed. He posted that. I guess we have to wait and see. It's not confirmed.
You able to pull it up some sort of way? You gotta get this. Animal park.
Damn, the boys got hemmed up. I wouldn't travel to these other places if I'm wanted or there's pending charges or potential whatever in some other countries or whatever. I wouldn't be traveling to these places. You'll see me on the webcam. We'll do a webcam interview. I'll co-host via the internet. I'm not going to travel to these places. and announce my location and where I'm going to be so everybody knows. Whoa. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the Tate boys arrested. Let's see. Damn. Arrested. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's actually confirmed. My bad. It is confirmed then. Yeah. Andrew Tate, according to the AP, Andrew and Tristan Tate arrested in U.S. in connection with the UK police investigation. Wow, them boys got hemmed up. What the hell? Yeah, girl, you tripping. Hemmed up. They're saying that the investigation by the UK, the brothers were arrested in Miami today, just now. Bedfordshire police said in a statement that the charges were previously authorized by CPS following a file of evidence submitted by its officers into allegations dating back to 2012. Bedfordshire and Cambridgeshire and all these other places have been continuing to investigate a number of other offenses reported to the police. As a result, 38 new charges, 38, have been authorized against Andrew and Tristan, bringing the total number to 59. Wow. We understand that the interest in the case will generate, but would urge the public not to speculate. There's no place for violence, for male violence against women and girls. Wow. That is crazy, man. The guy's living the high life. Got caught up, arrested, and locked up. Let me take a look and see. I wonder if there's any kind of like live feeds. Probably not. I'm just wondering about Miami. No comment from the brothers either when being arrested, I guess. Sky News. Let me check out Sky News. Are they live? Sky News? I'm wondering about the charges. Sky News. Got anything to say about this?
Wolf race wheels on it, and it looked mega. Last time I felt...
Not yet. I want to look more into those charges. Live now from Fox. Them UK blokes got him. Okay. Let me see. The New York Post as well has an article. They were taken into custody outside of the James L. Knight Center in Miami right before the fight. CPS to prosecute. So weird too. Let's see what this article says here. Whoa. Hold on. Check this out. What? Okay, this site here, this is a UK website. And this says CPS decides to prosecute Tate brothers with additional sexual offenses. The CPS, I don't know, the CPS maybe Crown Prosecution Service, it's some UK stuff. CPS has decided to prosecute Andrew Tate with 7 further counts of rape, 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for sexual exploitation, 3 counts of assaulting, occasioning actual bodily harm, and 19 additional charges for offenses relating to indecent images of a child. Oh, whoa. What? Wow. And extreme other stuff. What in the heck? That's some very serious charges. And Andrew's 39. Tristan is 38. Indecent images of a child. And extreme adult video content. CPS has decided to prosecute Tristan Tate with 1 count of SA, 2 counts of R, and 3 counts of arranging or facilitating trafficking for exploitation. The offending is alleged to have taken place between July 2010, and August 2017. The suspects were arrested tonight, Miami. Following their arrest in the U.S., prosecutors will be seeking extradition in relation to the original 21 charges and further charges we have decided to prosecute. Oh, they're cooked too in the UK. Oh man, I don't know how the legal system is over there, but just based off of people getting arrested from Facebook posts, oh, they're cooked. These are heavy allegations. Malcolm, head of Special Crime Division at the Crown Prosecution Service, said, "We have decided to prosecute Andrew and Tristan for further offenses, including R, ranging, facilitating, exploitation, and offenses relating to indecent images of a child." I don't know how is that even happening with these guys. Supposedly these guys were involved in, so these are like the Manosphere guys, or were, like the Red Pill guys for a long time, huge followings. And supposedly, I don't know what's what, I haven't fully deep dived into this, but they were doing like these girls having like OnlyFans pages and stuff, and like kind of like hustling, and like the girls are working for them and they're collecting a lot of the money and blah, blah, blah. But I guess people are saying there was other things happening as well beyond that were illegal, the claims. Damn, bro. That is crazy. So Tristan previously had charges against him for 11 counts, including 3 counts of R, 6 counts of actually bodily harm, and 2 counts of human trafficking. Andrew previously had charges against him for 10 counts, including 3 counts of R, 4 counts of actual bodily harm, 2 counts of human trafficking, and 1 count of controlling prostitution for gain. So I don't know, in this instance, did one of these women come out and be like, he was controlling me, doing this and that, blah, blah, blah. The previous charges relate to 3 victims. The new charges relate to a further 4 victims. Damn, they got the whole, oof. Everybody's lined up. The function of the CPS is not to decide whether a person is guilty of a criminal offense, but to make fair, independent, objective assessments about whether it is appropriate to present charges for criminal court to consider. So they're going to try to get him extradited. They've been waiting. They've been waiting for these guys. And they had a planned event tonight, so it's easy, because everything's social media. I'm going to be here at this time and this date. You'll find me outside. I'm streaming it as well. Blah, blah, blah. Like, you know what I mean? It's not hard to find, I guess, these people. And it looks like the feds are involved. And everybody's talking about this now. Variety just posted an article about this. This isn't the first time the Tate brothers have found themselves in cuffs. Back in 2022, the controversial media figures were arrested in Romania by anti-terrorism authorities for human trafficking and R charges. In 2023, Andrew and Tristan were charged with those offenses by the Romanian government. According to the BBC, Andrew has continuously denied all wrongdoing, which he has denied him. He told the media in 2023, after he was released from house arrest, "We've been completely innocent since the beginning of this, and I have to give absolute faith to the Romanian judicial system for finally making it right, the decision, and letting us free." According to Reuters, a Romanian court recently lifted all preventative judicial control measures against the Tates while authorities conduct further criminal investigations into the charges. So they're still looking into it, even though it's been years. And in May 2025, BBC reported that the British prosecutors authorized 21 charges against Andrew and Tristan. Are they going to, what about, is the BBC and the UK going to arrest, who's the guy that was in the Epstein files in the UK? One of the princes or the kings or whatever they are. Are they arresting and looking into them? Andrew Tate faces 10 charges connected to 3 alleged victims, while Tristan Tate faces 11 charges tied to 1 alleged victim. Wow. I think this situation is going to be hard for them to get out of. I mean, they're going to need some really good lawyers. I guess they have the money and the finances more than most. But I think it might be a bit harder to get out of this one this time. Oh, wow. Prince Andrew. Thank you, Prince Andrew. Yeah, you guys shocked or what? They're going to have their day in court. And at least they have I'm sure they have the finances to defend themselves. But there's a lot of allegations against these guys. And of course, the US must have sanctioned or at least approved or something. Okay, yeah, we'll arrest them. Or DeSantis had threatened them before and said, you're not welcome in Florida. And they came to Florida. I guess he made good on his word or, helped out or moved things along. They're posting this all over social media now. Bare Knuckle.
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
Hey, Tate.
Let me check. I was trying to see if Citizens had anything. Miami?
Back up.
What's the name of this place?
Guys, back up. You know this course? Are you able to pull it up some sort of you gotta get this. Okay.
James L. Knight Center. Miami. First doesn't work. Let me see here.
Tristan, anything to say?
Back up.
For what?
Miami. Okay. I was trying to see if I could find citizens, maybe if there's a citizen for the Tate brothers getting arrested, but I don't see anything here right now. Alice 101, thank you so much for the super chat. Says they screwed up by sucking up to Russia on their latest trip, did they? Not that I care they're being investigated, but that trip will have upset the British. Yeah, man, I don't know. If I was them, I would not have been traveling, especially to places that I've been warned, to stay away from. You can see here that no. I didn't realize you guys, my bad. Oops, I didn't realize we were looking at that. There we go. You can see here that Crown Prosecution Service made a post. We read the article. And also, and this is the UK people, the government, really. You can see the government tag, government. And also, Bedfordshire Police. The two brothers have been detained by officers in the United States of America following an investigating by our major crime unit. Dog. And that's the whole thing. They mentioned a child in there. Something about a kid. Underage. Oh. Andrew and Tristan were both recently in Washington, D.C. and even met with members of Congress. Wow. They probably felt on top of the world, maybe untouchable. Gina says they piled on more bogus charges against Andrew and Tristan, and our own government jumps to arrest them in Miami. On Britain's behalf, what a crock of absolute S. Well, we're going to see. We're going to see what this turns out to be. I mean, it's not looking good. Damn. They're going to have their day in court.
Irrefutable piece of evidence.
Let me see if I can find anything else. This arrest, any new information. I mean, they've been on all over the place. They had a podcast episode with PBD. Yeah, it was actually pretty good. It was interesting. It's like a 5-hour podcast. They've been on a bunch of different places. He recently had a confrontation, Andrew Tate and Sneeko. Oh, Sneeko's probably celebrating. Sneeko's another influencer. I mean, they were all hanging out in Miami not too long ago either. Andrew Tate, Nick Fuentes, Sneeko Claviker. Oh, singing that song.
Guys,
Let me see over here. Oh yeah, he said, what is it? This was recently. If I can play this video.
Guys, I know everyone's giving him a hard time right now, but I'm not here to end Sneeko's career. I mean, that guy come to light, so I'm going to tell you a very factual story. I'm not Gossip Girl. I'm not here to insult anyone. I have no personal vendetta against anybody. I'm not mad at anyone who's ever insulted me. I'm just a guy And I'm just here to tell the version of the story as I lived it. I'm just here to tell the truth. That's it. I'm just going to tell you some facts. A few years ago, there was a streamer, I think everybody knows who I'm talking about, who was obsessed with me. If I got a girl's number on Fresh and Fit, he tried to do the same thing. Every single thing I did, he copied verbatim. He tried to be me, literally be me. He was obsessed with me. And I thought he just wanted to be famous, and that turned out to be a homosexual obsession. He came to Romania with two people who I respect very much, Myron and Fresh, great guys. They managed to convince me to allow him to come. He came there and started acting really fruity and really weird. He started telling me that he had this cuck thing that was exposed. He had this big cuck scandal.
I've seen her fuck other men, and it's just like that.
You've seen it?
Yeah, so I like
that's fantastic stuff.
So I wanted to break this down, like, because this was imagine seeing the girl you love like
Get fucked.
get fucked.
love her?
Yeah, it's the whole thing, I don't know, maybe that's getting kind of far away from the Andrew, even though this is kind of somewhat correlated, it's just with online drama and stuff, but Sneako's a whole nother character in himself that's had interesting proclivities that he's talked about. And yeah, but anyway, Andrew was criticizing Sneako recently and a bunch of other people. But Sneako's been supposedly obsessed with this guy.
I said no.
Hey, stop!
Let me see what else. What else do we have though? I don't want to get too far off into the depths of hell, you know. Let's see, Andrew Tate. What else do we have? Damn, bro. So yeah, the UK's Crown Prosecution Service has authorized further RSA trafficking, assault, adult-related videos against Andrew and Tristan involving 4 additional alleged victims that allegedly occurred between 2010 and 2017. And the prosecutors will seek their extradition from the U.S. over both new charges and the original 21 charges. Oof. So there's some people, though, there's some people out there defending the Tates and saying that this is, I don't know, inside job, it's the government. Somebody here said on X, just so anyone reading this, let's be clear, the Crown has done. They found out any woman who has ever dealt with the brothers and convinced a few that they were art and essayed, and thank God we won or freedom from the Crown. Fight it or lose it forever. Don't worry, guys. Candace and Tucker will post bond. I wonder how that's going to work out. Will they be able to get a bond and get out? James Smith, thank you for the super chat. If it has a minor charge, it might be referring to when Andrew made a video of him using a belt on a girl. Was she really 14 or 15 at the time, allegedly? I remember that story. There was like a video where he was like hitting some chick with a belt. But then he came out and said, oh, it was just like foreplay or something. And that girl came out and said something too. Oh, it was just an act. You know, it didn't look like an act, but, you know, I don't know. He came out claiming it was just an act. Let me see what else we got here. Yeah, I'm curious to see, you know, what's going to happen now. They're going to be held, extradited, I guess. I wonder what the process with that to be extradited. Andrew Tate. I don't know. It might be a wrap this time for the brothers. Let's see if this article has anything new. Are they going to put out a message for their fans and their supporters? Crazy.
Give to Keir Starmer to deal with that bitterness?
I give the same advice that the late Majesty, the Queen, gave me.
which was there's absolutely no point in bitterness ever about these things. I feel a bit sorry for Keir sometimes. And, you know, this may...
Okay. It says the warrant was for them to be extradited to the UK. Yeah. They'll be taken over there. I don't know how the whole bond thing. Let me see over here. I wonder if they can fight extradition. They'll likely fight extradition and potentially get bail in the UK bond. The UK extradition process from the US allows challenges on several grounds: human rights, political motivation claims, statute of limitations, double jeopardy, evidence sufficiency. The Tates have top lawyers and have already fought similar battles in Romania. Extradition cases can drag on for months to years with appeals. Oh, wow. I wonder how that's going to go. Since they're in U.S. custody, this will likely be handled as a U.S. to UK extradition request. Arrested in Miami. Well, some people are really upset. Let's see what else. Are they going to protest? What else do we have here? Damn, bro. And at the age that they're at, if they get locked up and face serious time, kind of like a life sentence. Man, oh man. Let me just scour the internet a little more, see if we find anything else. And, we'll follow this story to see what happens with these guys. Hodge twins posted. Arrested on a sealed warrant, according to federal law enforcement. Criminal charges against the brothers will be unsealed next week, the source said. They will appear in federal court in Miami. Yeah, they're going to have to pull out those lawyers. Seven hours ago, Andrew Tate and Power Baller Party with billionaires in Habibi, Miami. It was last night he was partying this thing? They say he was partying last night. They're out clubbing. It looks like they were clubbing last night. Oh, clubbing, got the smoke, you got the hashish, you got the hookah. Partying it up with billionaires, allegedly. Wow, so they were out partying last night. me check his X page. I wonder if Myron's probably gonna comment on this. I guess Myron. 7 hours ago, he made a post. Andrew Tate. Let's check out his X page. July 13th, posted Legends Die Human.
The jealous, the bitter, and the envious have a great time watching a myth prove themselves human over time, because when you're living with the seething regret of never truly pushing yourself and finding out who you could be, the only way you can justify your cowardice is to laugh at those who fail and say, look, he failed and I don't want to fail, so I didn't try because I'm actually smarter than him. I'm not a coward. I'm just smarter than him because there's a chance to fail, so I didn't take any chances at all. These cowards love watching a myth or a man who previously seemed indestructible prove himself to be human. But the funny thing is this: the period of time in which these men were seen as indestructible is conquered. That period of time exists in which the entire world's energy was pointed in their direction. We cannot go backwards. Time cannot be reversed. There are areas, there are periods of human history in which one man owned the entire global consciousness, and that is forever. Being a myth or a legend for a temporary period of time does not mean you're not a myth or a legend anymore. You do not have to be a myth or a legend forever. Nobody is forever. You just have to be a myth or a legend for a while. That's it. As a man, if you can...
Well, you're definitely a myth and a legend for various things, I guess, good and maybe allegedly bad.
Pull that off. If you can have 3 or 4 years where the entire world sees you as an indestructible myth, a legend, an idea, then your life was worth living. That is what men of old died for. That is what men of old conquered for. To have a few short years of the human
1957 said, I wouldn't be surprised if Myron lined them up. No.
Consciousness, where they're globally respected and feared. So laughing at somebody because they can't do it like they used to do it, that actually does not detract from the achievement they've already cemented in time. It doesn't change anything. Funny thing is, most of the time, legends are humanized because they're pushing themselves to a point where Father Time or biology or some other outside force is forcing them to accept that they are human after all, but they are pushing themselves. They're not sitting back and resting. They're not sitting back and living on the reputation they previously earned. Instead, they're pushing themselves to the absolute limit all of the time, to the point where eventually reality shows that time is real and we're all human and biology is real. And then people like you laugh. But if they weren't the kind of person who would push themselves to the limit all of the time, they never would have become a legend in the first place. So it's almost ironic that the exact mindset that allows you to conquer the entire world is the exact mindset that's going to ensure you try too hard and destroy your image. It's kind of beautiful, isn't it? The second the image of immortality and indestructibility is achieved by a man, it is certain he will destroy the exact same thing.
Okay, let me check. Somebody told me GB News. Let me check it out.
Because the mentality that earns it is the mentality that burns it. But still, there's a period of human history in which every single person on the planet respected and feared Conor McGregor. And there's a period of human history where every single person on the planet knew
this is in place of punishment. It won't work for that.
Interesting. Tiffany, my take on harming children, particularly sexually abusing them of any nature, is just capital punishment. I say bring back the death penalty.
Hey, you can go to Utah. They're doing firing squads now. So I'm hoping that Tyler Robinson, once he's convicted of killing Charlie Kirk, has to face that.
They're talking about chemical castration. They're rolling it out across major jails in UK. Oh, wow. Castration for PDFs expanded. Chemical castration. Wow. Okay.
In the UK has said the exact same thing that we just said, whereas this could be an easy cop-out for releasing more criminals back on the streets and just slapping them with medication. We need to know who's going to follow up to make sure they're getting their medication. We already know the criminals are doing in the UK that are going unvetted and unchecked. We already know that there's very little oversight in the UK for people once they have gone back out into the general population. So if this is really something that is being enacted in the United Kingdom, we need to make sure it's followed through. We need to make sure there's accountability and responsibility on the government and on the justice system for making sure these people do not reoffend. And, you know, if I had my way, I would put them in front of a firing squad too, Ben.
Okay.
Robert, last word to you very quickly, if you don't mind. Will we ever have a serious conversation about the return of capital punishment again in the UK?
I think we will one of these days. I mean, Ben, you've just expressed the view that for many, many years, the majority of people in the UK have supported. And I think as the level of disgust rises over these sorts of crimes, I think that moment is going to come where that conversation happens.
Okay, chemical castration. They're stepping it up over there. Are they releasing them back into the public after though? Take your meds. The prosecutor, look at this shit, 7 hours ago, the prosecutor reads every single tweet I make. They're all corrupt. And he's tagging Romania and shit. What the? Oh, yeah, tagging the government. Tempting fate 7 hours ago. They must have been watching his page. The feds are watching this. They're probably laughing. Waiting for Descartes to seize another gift I received from Andrew. Learn to enjoy all forms of attention, and haters become powerless. Where's this at? Is that Mel's Diner? I've heard of Mel's Diner. Is that here in Florida? Or where's that at? I've heard of Mel's Diner. This is up. Mel's driving. Good morning. That was a while back, May 6th. Okay. Good morning. And then July 14th. Oh. Posted this here. U.S. Capitol. All right, making moves. 22 hours ago. Good morning, Miami. Oh. Wow, where's this at? Okay.
No, since you move fast, I got super light on my people. I'm like, hold up. What's up, baby? What am I fucking?
Oh. So I'm sure they're watching his post too. You know? Pray for me. What? Caught you? Smart people consider the consequences and are naturally more afraid. Dumb people are brave through ignorance. The rarest combination is intelligence and bravery. These men are always leaders. Andrew Tate explains why speaking correctly is the most important skill you'll learn.
Stop saying because you also come across.
I hate that. No, I struggle with that.
If I say what's 2 + 2 and you go 4, you look dumb. If I say what's 2 + 2 and you go 4, you look smart. The makes you look.
Yeah, the that's such a hard thing. I think it's because they're always trying to fill in space.
Look like an idiot. Stop saying because you also come across extremely confident when you don't use and ah. You look like you know exactly what you're talking about when you don't use and ah. You need a pause to think. So what I will do is I will either literally take a pause and stop, and a lot of that is body language to allow yourself to be given the time to do that. Or the second thing I'll do if I make a mistake is I'll repeat myself. So I'll say something like, there's an example. So I'll say. That sounds better than going, so I'll say, if I say what.
Yeah, the boys, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good, but they have the money and the finances and resources to try to fight back. Every effing time. Best thing about being from England, well, he's from England, is just absolutely knowing it's going to happen. Every player knows. Most people are NPCs in life. Most people do not care to get better. They live in They live a shit existence and laugh it off.
When you're truly an exceptional person, you're never going to find exceptional people around you. That's why I have the War Room Network, which is a network of over 2,000 people around the world, which are genuinely exceptional. People all around the world, those are my only friends. If I have a problem, I go to the War Room. If I need to speak to someone, I go to the War Room. If I go to a new city, I go to the War Room. Those are my only friends.
The War Room.
Because I know those people share my worldview. If I want to do business, it happens inside of the War Room, only and exclusively.
Got to sign up for the membership.
Everything you want.
This was July 14. He posts a lot.
Lies behind difficulty. So it is extremely ungrateful for you to dislike difficult things and dislike difficulty when difficulty is the only thing that has protected the thing you want from everything else. Difficulty safeguarded the thing you want from all the other people who were trying to take it from you. Difficulty was a night watchman that did you a favor and stopped others from getting hold of all the things of value. And then you complain that it's difficult?
I mean, he says a lot of things that are true in some cases, like difficulty and adversity, you know. Let's see. Crazy, man. That is crazy.
Welcome to the Obsidian Blade. Ship under construction. We launched.
What is the Obsidian Blade? July 14. Obsidian Blade TV. A tour.
Welcome
to the of the New York.
Welcome to the Obsidian. Close the space. All the beautiful women in the world. They're my friends. To chill outside. Sunbeds. Outdoor dining area. Lounge area. Inside. We have the main living room, but I'm gonna take you around the outside. TV, couches. This is gonna be the main lounge of the living room. The kitchen's just behind us where the staff go. This is the bridge where all the decisions are made. Who we fire at, who we invade. And you've got the outdoor pool as well, because I don't swim in oceans. Oceans are just swimming pools for poor people. Remember that. Kids at home. Around the back, we're gonna have a gym.
So they got a boat being built. Okay. All right, well. Living the life as it appears.
This is growth through.
Sure, the young people, young men, probably
distillation. There are ways that we could make it easier to get it, but we choose not to. We remember that we're building for decades, not for weeks and months. The result of all of that is that we have a group of 1,500 plus members who are genuinely aligned with the mission. Guys who understand that excellence isn't negotiable. These are table stakes. We're not trying to be everything to everyone. We're trying to be exactly what we are to the right people and let the culture speak for itself. Everyone who lined up to compete with a place like this, they all fail. Every one of them. This is growth through distillation. There are ways that we could make it easier to get it, but we choose not to. We remember.
All right. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I guess we'll follow this to see what the boys, the Tate guys, the Tate brothers. They post a lot. I invented soccer.
I like to score 10, 15 times a game. Otherwise, it gets unfair. It gets boring for the other teams. Gotta go easy. I will tone it down.
I believe in the merits of healthy competition and consistently encourage all men to seek out competition to improve themselves. 10 and 26. Thank God, still true.
There is no one I would rather not be than those captured terrorists in Russia.
My prosecutor reads my Twitter and all my comments every single day. Hi. Damn. I'm sure they were. How much does the war room cost? That's a good question. Yeah, I'm sure they were listening, they were watching and everything, recording everything. Yeah. Okay. Let me see, and then there's a Wikipedia here. They add new information. There's a bunch of stuff here. Okay. In the United Kingdom, Andrew was first arrested in July 2015 after two women filed complaints accusing him of R and assault in 2014. He was again arrested on suspicion of R in December 2015 after an accuser presented messages from Andrew in which he wrote, "I love R-ing you." Oh my gosh. In response to the allegations, a spokesperson for Andrew said Andrew vehemently denies any involvement in criminal activities such as R or physical abuse. In 2016, Andrew appeared on a British reality show Big Brother's 17th series. Vice later reported that he was removed because the show's producers became aware of the investigation by the police into him for R. In 2019, after a 4-year investigation, CPS, the Crown Prosecution Service, declined to file charges for any of the allegations, stating that the evidence did not meet our legal test. That's kind of interesting. In 2019, 3 women said the case was mishandled, with the police apologizing for delays in the investigation. According to Tate, the police found exculpatory messages from the girls. In March 2024, Westminster Magistrates Court issued an arrest warrant against both brothers and requested their extradition. According to the Tate's representative, the charges are based on allegations of sexual aggression from 2012 to 2015. The Bedfordshire police said the warrant was part of an ongoing investigation into allegations of R and human trafficking. Alongside Romanian authorities, the operation against the brothers was called Operation Moonwalk. Romanian police detained the two on March 11th after prosecutor of Burgess Court of Appeal ordered them to be detained for a day until the court decided on the execution of the warrant. March 12th, the Romanian court ruled that the brothers can be extradited to the UK only after the Romanian trial for human trafficking concludes. The brothers categorically reject all charges. According to the lawyer representing the accusers, Matthew Jury, they received information that Andrew told Aiden Ross he planned to flee to Romania and requested British police have him detained. Jury also called on Piers Morgan and Tucker Carlson to no longer give Andrew a platform or otherwise to properly interrogate him on the allegations, describing the spread of disinformation over the allegations in the UK and elsewhere damaging. So the lawyer representing the accusers said they got information that Andrew told Aiden Ross he was going to flee to Romania, requested the British police to detain him, and he also called on Piers Morgan and Tucker Carlson to not give Andrew Tate a platform. In May 2025, Crown Prosecution Service brought 21 charges against Tates, including R, actual bodily harm, and human trafficking. Holborn Adams, a law firm representing the brothers, confirmed they would be returning to the UK to face the charges after Romanian legal proceedings. In March 2026, Hertfordshire Constabulary, whose investigations in 2015 led to the Andrew Tate's first arrest, announced that they would be investigating the reports of R and SA made in 2014 and 2015. This announcement was made a day after the Independent Office for Police Conduct, an independent police watchdog organization, announced that they would be investigating members of the constabulary for alleged misconduct and failures to investigate properly the criminal reports filed against Andrew. What a mess. What a mess. In March 2025, James Uthmere, Florida Attorney General, initiated a criminal investigation into the Tate brothers following their arrival in Florida, a visit made possible by their travel bans being lifted, reportedly due to pressure placed from Trump administration. The governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, has expressed his discontent with their unexpected appearance, declaring they are unwelcome. The brothers are allegedly facing a federal criminal investigation in the U.S. Wow. And that's just a little snippet. What a mess. All right. Let me do one final sweep. See if there's anything else with the brothers. Pretty crazy news. We'll definitely follow and see what else comes of this. Let me do a quick sweep on I wonder if what's his name reacted. Here. Tate, the Tate brothers. The Romanian government denied that.
In Miami earlier today, outside of a bare knuckle boxing fighting event, pretty much. And they were arrested by the U.S. Marshals with a sealed extradition warrant to the UK. Now, these charges are old, but the government in the UK has been trying to get the Tate brothers to come to the UK to face these charges, right? Face their justice system. But the Tate brothers have been hiding out in Romania. Now, the Tate brothers were saying, well, who are these victims? And
this is Rodney on X talking about it. I'm just kind of curious to see what he had to say. Rodney.
More details about the arrest victims so your little army of followers can harass them, right? It's stupid. So these are the charges. There's 21 in total. And these stem from a file of evidence provided by the Bedfordshire Police Department. Allegations primarily date to 2012 through 2016, with some references extending to 2012 through 2015. Andrew Tate is connected to 3 alleged victims. Andrew Tate is connected to 1 alleged victim. So remember, this arrest warrant was issued a while ago. And remember, they're hiding out in Romania. Now, the Romanian government said after the proceedings concluded, because they're still going through some legal stuff in Romania, they possibly could be extradited. Now, I don't know why the Tate brothers would come to the United States when the UK, the UK government in the United States, they do extraditions for each other. So that's crazy to me. But obviously, they got caught up by the Marshals. So obviously the Tate brothers deny all the allegations, describing themselves as very innocent men and claiming a trial by media. They have challenged different aspects of the case, right? Anonymity of the accusers, right? Remember, I told you earlier, they were trying to get their information released, which is crazy to ask for, right? But those efforts were largely unsuccessful. So all that stuff they tried was unsuccessful. These are the 10 total charges that are linked to Andrew Tate, right? With 3 alleged victims: rape on multiple occasions, assault, actual bodily harm, human trafficking for sexual exploitation. Remember, they used to brag about having cam girls and stuff like that, controlling prostitution for gain. So that kind of fits there, right? These involve allegations of non-consensual acts, coercion, violence, and exploiting women in contexts like relationship or his webcam business, right? Tristan Tate has 11 charges, linked to him, right, with 1 alleged victim: rape, multiple occasions, assault, occasionally causing bodily harm, human trafficking. So again, allegedly, all of these offenses occurred in the UK. Areas like Luton, Hitchton, and Hertfordshire, and some tied to Andrew's webcam operation, so kind of globally. So apparently there was a prior investigation earlier in the UK, right, in 2014, 2015, by the Hertfordshire police into similar rape, sexual assault claims, but they did not result in any charges. So it looks like the Bedfordshire Police Department reopened and reinvestigated, leading to the current charges and warrants. So there's a separate civil lawsuit in the UK involving similar claims: rape, strangulation, coercion, threats with a firearm in one account. These are not the criminal charges, but provide public details from accusers, right? Connection to other cases. I guess there's more in Romania. So human trafficking ring, webcam. Jesus Christ, right? Remember, these are all allegations. So I just wanted to give you guys a full
Okay, I found a bunch of stuff too that we could kind of take a look at a little bit.
Hey everybody, Kara Castanova with Lindell TV here with Tristan Tate, who I ran into in Washington, D.C. Tristan Tate, the great media personality, internet personality, and businessman here in Washington, D.C. Can you tell us why?
Well, it's funny. Everyone, hears the accent and they are half years old.
The free speech. And does it have anything to do with open borders? I know that a lot of people are talking about the open borders in England right now.
Yeah, you don't really need to be afraid of what people say unless you're a government that's making people unhappy with what you do. If you're a benevolent government and everybody loves you, why on earth would you want to curtail their free speech? They're only going to say good things about you. I think it was a slow rot, and open borders was absolutely one of the issues. Immigration was absolutely one of the issues that made people extremely mad, especially some of the horrific crimes committed in England and many other European countries by...
I don't think I want to listen
If
to
I
that.
go broke,
Let's see here. Nathan, Milk Bar TV clipped. I think this guy was getting sued. I thought he was getting sued by the Tates. I thought Andrew Tate's brother Tristan is mind blown. More men don't pimp out their girlfriends on camera.
and all of my webcam girls left, and I had no women, I'd buy one nice set of clothes, find a girlfriend, get her on webcam, start making a couple $1,000s a week, and slowly build my empire again. Why would I do something else? Well, if webcam didn't exist, yeah, but it does exist, bro. It does exist. And you know what? It's absolutely mind-boggling to me why more people don't get involved. Inside the war room, we have a separate room for webcam. I'm going to show you right now. Here. Webcam, the war room. There's a separate room where you have access, 24-hour access a day, to not just me and Andrew, but like 40, 50 other guys all killing it on webcam. The course is like $1,000. These people are making 3, 4, 5.
Oh, they're all doing the webcam thing, like hustling the program, I guess, like all these girls.
$1,000 a day, the same as me. Well, not the same as me. Obviously, I'm the best. But they're making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a day. And the fact that more people don't want to get involved with this is absolutely mind-boggling. You guys will play your little PlayStation and sit around with your girlfriend who is moderately attractive. Yeah, babe, how you doing? Can you make me a cup of tea? Yeah. Can you bring me another can? Can you make me a pizza? She's doing what you say anyway, and you are broke. You and your girlfriend are broke. Instead of playing with your little PlayStation, do some admin on the behind the scenes, have her broadcasting, boom, it's the end of the day. You've wasted your time on a computer. You've been at a computer anyway, not wasted your time. For the same 6 hours, but you're $700 richer.
Crazy. Okay. Also, supposedly Aiden Ross is visiting Andrew and Tristan in jail at the Miami Federal Detention Center. Okay.
You said this. In general, this is also...
This is an old clip from 2022. Piers Morgan.
one of the reasons men find youth attractive. You want to blow up the internet? I'll blow up the internet right effing now. The reason 18 and 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25-year-olds is because they've been through less dick. People say, oh, you can't say that, but yes, I can. A 19-year-old is more attractive than a 26-year-old woman, and I'll tell you why. Because that 26-year-old has talked to more guys, been to the club more times, been effed and dumped more times, more arguments, more mess, more for me to clean up. That is misogyny.
Why?
Because you are encouraging a mindset about 25-year-old women that makes them sound out to be infinitely less desirable than 18, 19-year-olds, and having effectively been having too much sex to be taken in a more respectful way.
Well, firstly, even if that was the case, that wouldn't be misogyny.
Well, what did you mean by what you said?
That's not misogyny because it's not anti-women. I'm saying that an 18 or a 19-year-old woman would be more desirable.
Pretty anti-25-year-old woman.
Anti-25-year-old women we can argue, but not misogyny.
Well, that's misogyny then, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Well, being anti any woman at all is misogyny.
Not when I'm saying that women are beautiful and attractive at a certain age and saying the age
You're
is
saying
different.
18, 19-year-olds are more attractive than 25
Well, then ageist perhaps, but misogynistic absolutely
Is that
not.
but you just accepted it was misogyny?
No, I didn't. You said it was misogyny. I'm telling you, no, it's not.
So you don't think if you're saying slightly hateful things about a 25-year-old...
That's not slightly hateful.
Well, it is.
I mean, I don't know if that's how he feels. Is attractive.
I know how desperate guys...
Sarah Fields posted about this too a while back. Oh, this was March 2nd. You cannot be Christian and support Andrew. Let's see what this... I haven't watched this.
Like what kind of turnover were you talking? And what kind of percentage would you give the girls?
Okay, so my best girl would do about $40,000 a month.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sean, we're in the wrong gender. Maybe. And how much? Is it 14 or 40? 40.
40.
Oh,
40.
Christ. Jesus.
And I'd give her $1,000 a week. I'd give her that.
$1,000. Okay, so that's generous. I mean, that's
she gets $1,000 a week. She gets free rent. She ain't got to worry about nothing. If I travel or
the charges, yes, I spoke about it earlier, but I'll just do a quick repeat. They are supposedly a total of 59 charges. Andrew Tate 42, Tristan 17. They include offenses like R-ing, actual bodily harm, assault, human trafficking, controlling prostitution for gain, other sexual related offenses. They date back from 2012 to 2017. The latest batch of 38 charges was authorized recently, significantly expanding the case. Earlier in 2025, the CPS, which is the British people or the UK, authorized 21 charges. Andrew 10, Tristan 11, involving multiple women. I think that's the gist of it. There's a lot. The warrant, I believe, is sealed. It's going to be unsealed coming up, reportedly, I think, this coming week. Let me see here. Yeah, the Bedfordshire police submitted a new file of evidence. The Crown Prosecution Service authorized charges in 2024. An arrest warrant, European arrest warrant, was issued. The Romanian courts agreed to extradite the brothers to the UK after the Romanian proceedings concluded. That was in 2024, 2025.
travel, I pay for everything, whatever. But 36,000.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff. 38 supposedly new charges, 42 for Andrew, and 17 for Tristan. And again, the charges are bodily harm, trafficking, all the stuff that they've been accused for a while of. This was 12 hours ago, too. You could see Andrew Tate in Miami, I guess yesterday or last night, when I were partying yesterday. 50 supermodels, only to lock himself in his bedroom to get back to work. That's why he's successful, you don't.
Where is he, upstairs? Upstairs. I'll take you to him. Go straight. Class.
Big party, and you're here on your phone.
Well, yeah, where's the real world?
So you're just here on your phone and no one's talking to you?
No, I'm talking to all the students all the time. I probably talk to more people than you.
Sounds fucking great.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking
I'm telling you,
great.
Andrew. It's nice out here. It's nice out here. See? Got your laptop?
Now this is how you enjoy a party.
We got internet? We got internet.
You're right.
Yeah.
Tristan's down there. Oh, Tristan.
No, we were supposed to go up here to get him to go to the party. You can't join him.
Tristan.
So I heard that Andrew Tate is in Miami now. Now Tate has told me a couple times that he will do my podcast. I believe that this is one of the most long-awaited podcasts, maybe even of all time.
But I also want to make something very clear to
video of Andrew Tate going off on the UK government. I'll play this clip and then we'll get into
all the people.
Apparently the Tate brothers released a response, a statement.
People at home, and clear to you that most of the white people are very frustrated and they're finding an enemy amongst themselves to take it out on. I think that the white people on these streets have a lot more in common with the brown people on these streets than they do with the politicians, because that's the problem we have here. Keir did not just only say they're going to face the full force of the law. He told everybody with a point of view, everybody who's concerned about the safety of their children, that they are extremists. And that is the most aggravating language you can possibly choose when people finally have had enough of not feeling safe on their own streets any longer. We have people who cannot afford to pay their bills watching migrants arrive who are now being held up in hotels at the taxpayers' expense for indefinite and periods of time. We're sending billions of dollars to Ukraine. Nobody voted for it. Nobody wants it. And everybody's struggling to pay their bills. Energy prices are through the roof. Inflation is through the roof. Now they no longer feel safe on their streets. They don't want to put their daughters outside to play. The police won't protect them. The police won't turn up for most crimes unless it's something you say bad on Facebook. And when they look for a political solution, they're ignored. What kind of powder keg are we building here through incompetent leadership in the UK? This is nothing but a leadership failure. There's not a country in the world where leadership could fail this spectacularly.
Once again,
Okay, let's see the response. The Tate brothers' lawyer just released a statement. Thank you, Layla. The McBride Law Firm, PLLC, Joseph McBride, Esquire, July 18, 2026, for immediate release. Statement of Joseph McBride, attorney for Andrew and Tristan. The world knows Andrew and Tristan are innocent. Their enemies know it the best of all. That is exactly why they have been attacked. Last night, the United Kingdom, a corrupt and fallen nation, that jails its own citizens for tweets while ignoring rape gangs, found it too inconvenient to prosecute, conjured up a wave of charges against the Tate brothers. This is not law enforcement. This is a political hit ordered by a dying empire that fears two free men with a microphone more than it fears actual criminals walking in its streets. Understand what Britain just did. There is a long-standing agreement between the UK and the Romanian governments that the UK would not seek extradition while the Romanian proceedings are pending, which it still is. These proceedings are ongoing right now. That agreement exists because no nation gets to trample the judicial sovereignty of another for political convenience. The UK shredded its own word the moment it became useful to shred it. That is who they are. And the timing is no accident. For years, I have been litigating a defamation lawsuit in Palm Beach, Florida, that has absolutely destroyed the baseless allegations against the Tate brothers, piece by piece, under oath on the record. This goes to trial within 6 months. The UK knows it. They watched their lives get demolished in the American courtroom, and they panicked. This extradition demand has one purpose: to kidnap Andrew and Tristan through paperwork before an American jury exposes the truth to the entire world. Worse, our understanding is that this arrest was green-lighted by a low-level functionary at the Department of Justice who never got approval from leadership. Think about that. Two men who came to this country openly, lawfully, peacefully, were thrown in a cage on the say-so of a bureaucratic freelancing with the full force of the American law enforcement. We're confident that once a competent judge sees the facts, and once the Department of Justice confronts this egregious abuse of its own authority, Andrew and Tristan will walk free. America does not do Britain's political dirty work. Not here, never. America is watching, the world is watching, and we will win. Damn. What do you guys think? Z Core, thank you for the 20. Appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Says he's absolutely innocent and being set up. Somebody replied, wrong, just like Diddy. Keep dreaming, and yes. I mean, they have a lot of support. And they have the money and the means, at least, to defend themselves. It's, let's see. Ontario Premier Doug Ford criticized the U.S. President Donald Trump for threatening increased tariffs on Canada. I don't know, Andrew just said, don't say Stop with the ums. It's interesting, too, that it says here that it was green lighted. The arrest. I feel like, I don't know, zoom in on this. Maybe I need to download. Let me download this real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I think it's kind of a little interesting that they said it was green lighted by somebody. Some people are not happy about this, I guess. Green lighted by a low-level functionary, a peon, at the Department of Justice who never got approval from leadership. It's going to be interesting to see. Is Trump going to step in? I don't know. Can Trump even do anything? I'm not even sure how this legality works. Joseph McBride, the attorney. Statement from attorney. I don't know a little bit about McBride. He's a high-profile U.S. attorney representing the Tates. His specialty is high-stakes criminal defense. criminal defense, civil litigation, and controversial public figure clients. He's known for aggressive, combative style and media-savvy statements. Okay. Okay. Okay, that might be it. I'm just checking one more time. Things keep popping up. The information keeps coming through. That might be it. Let me just double check. Let's see. The Misfit Patriot. What do you have to say here about this? Celebrate. I'm really curious what Milk Bar has to say about this. He just posted. Let me follow this guy. He posted. Oh, he's deep dived the Tate brothers, and I thought, or I think he was being sued. I don't know if he still is, by the Tate brothers. Thank you so much again, Zcor Pal Alpha. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. Yo, you for really trolling. He said at 50 now, said just as Luigi's innocent. Ugh. Let's see this clip. As Andrew and Tristan are arrested in Miami, reminder that the Tate brothers, he's being sued. Reminder that the Tate brothers are suing me in Florida for defamation for making videos of them self-snitching. So this guy, I heard about that. He said that he's being sued by the Tate brothers.
Cheat on them in front of their face.
This is a clip that he's posted. Let's check it out.
Andrew Tate is suing me for defamation. For the past 2 years, I've successfully exposed Andrew Tate, making video compilations from footage he himself recorded, confessing to the very crimes he's now charged with committing.
Okay, you look at it from my position, pimp game. Having sex with girls is all good, but how do you get them to do as you say, make you money, obey you, allow you to cheat on them in front of their face and still love you? That's the game.
I used sex as a tool to make women love me so they'd obey me and live in my house and make me money.
Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't pass out.
These videos successfully penetrated the narrative of lies that Andrew and Tristan Tate had built, that they were innocent, that had been shared by millions and played by some of the most prominent media figures and podcasts.
And
okay,
Nathan Livingstone, who's kept tabs on this, has put together a lot of these videos that we're using.
Juxtaposed his interview with Tucker with other things that he has said openly on camera.
That's how it goes. Slap, slap, grab, choke, shut up, bitch, sex. These are the basic moves of pimp.
Okay. Credit to Milk Bar TV for putting together that montage.
The Tate's entire defense is they're simply being persecuted by the Matrix for telling the truth. But the truth is, the Tates openly weaponize the legal system and intimidate their critics who speak out against them.
I don't need a reason. You're gonna have to defend yourself, regardless. That's the thing about the American legal system. You cannot ignore it. I don't care. I will sue you for any and every reason forever. And you're gonna have to hire lawyers and turn up forever. I will do that. I'm that guy. I'm petty. So it's not even about guilty. It's not about why. It's just about because I can.
I've not been alone in exposing the Tates. And I'm not the only one included in the lawsuit. Several citizen journalists are also included. Many remain anonymous precisely because of the Tate's history of intimidation, including doxing.
But at first I put his street name, then I put his house number. When he looked out the window and saw the SUV, then he starts apologizing on the internet. Like a little bitch.
Why would Andrew Tate, who has over 10 million followers and the support of some of the most powerful influencers in the world, see me and citizen journalists who have a tiny following? Why would we be seen as such a threat that he would need to sue us? Because we have what he doesn't. The truth. The truth is so powerful, it's burst his bubble of lies. People now see Andrew Tate for what he is and what he's admitted to being.
I don't give a shit about having sex with beautiful women. I fuck them so they listen to me, so I can get what I actually want, which is not them. It's a means to an end.
A man who built an empire of human exploitation. A man driven solely by what he can gain for himself. and a net negative in the world.
She's my property, so she's selling my property. Like, you're gonna sell pictures of my property. Cool, where's my money?
But if your girl won't wave her titties at a computer, if that girl won't do it for you to help change both your lives, that's a good test. Get rid of her straight away, because she ain't ever gonna help you do shit.
That's wild.
It's true. Like, oh, morals, oh, blah, blah.
This lawsuit isn't just about silencing us. It's about silencing anyone that speaks out against the Tate brothers. It's about scaring anyone off from calling the Tate brothers out as the destructive force they are in the world. We believe in free speech. We believe good can triumph over evil, but we can't do it alone. The Tates have money, power, and influence. That's why we need your help. Please go to givesendgo.com/free speech versus Tate to donate. Anything you can give will go to supporting free speech, citizen journalism, and telling the truth about who Andrew and Tristan Tate really are.
Yeah, that's pretty tough. That's wow. I wonder how this feels for him. Is it like bittersweet for him? It's yeah, I know this guy's deep dove this whole thing and being sued by them. Wow. All right. Guess we're gonna call it now, guys. Gonna get off. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you guys are safe. Keep you guys posted on this story and see what happens with the Tate brothers. Pretty crazy, wild stuff to see. Gonna be interesting to see how it plays out legally in the court system. And if heads are gonna roll, because that lawyer said somebody told or somebody approved it without talking to their boss. Is somebody gonna get fired? Somebody, people pissed off? I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Have a good night. Take care. Peace. Bloop, bloop. Be safe. Have a happy, good Saturday or weekend and everything else. Bye. Bloop, 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 bloop. Adios. Thank you guys. Bye.